Hey there, this is the cardboardstacker here for our second series, Games on Another Shelf, where we look at vintage and out-of-print games, or ones that don't qualify to be our main series. In Games on Another Shelf, we go over components, a game overview, a demonstration, and a review of a game. I may include other insights in a particular game, like market value, rarity, and popularity. This first episode will feature RollerCoaster Tycoon, an amusement park theme auction game based on the best-selling software of the same name, released in the late 90s. The game was designed by Craig Van Ness and published by Parker Brothers. It's for ages 8 and up, 2 to 4 players, and plays around 45 minutes. In the box you get instructions, a large game board, a deck of attraction cards of rides and shops found on the board, an event deck which contains things like auctions, money, player markers, guest points in various denominations, handyman and mechanic tokens, various stands, 2 dice, and of course, the ride and shopping stall boards, and 3D stands for the 3 biggest roller coasters. Your objective is to collect the most guest points, and you do this by buying attractions via auctions, moving guests to your ride to earn points, and sometimes getting the right event cards. Gameplay is simple, with you first drawing an event card and then moving guests to earn points. The event card triggers ways to earn more attractions, only through auctions which can be open or blind with 1 or 2 attractions. Ride breakdowns, guests needing to use the restroom, or advancing time. Then guests are moved by the roll of the die, where the mover and owner receive guest points. You will collect double pay if you move and land your guests on your own ride. The game ends when the month marker moves to the end of the calendar track, which the last event resolves. And finally, all players add up their collected guest points. 1 extra guest point is given to each $100,000 left in each player's possession. The winner is the player who has the most guest points. In this demonstration, we'll go over a 2-player game. Set the attraction markers face down at the respective location. Each player selects a color, receives $3 million, then you can purchase a handyman or mechanic token. You can only do this in the beginning of the game, and you can think of this as insurance. And then draw your first 2 attraction cards. These locations are flipped face up, and its owner places their markers on both. All guest markers are positioned at the entrance. Place the close signs at their starting locations, and the month marker starts on March. I go first and I draw an auction. All auctions are pass or play, where the last and highest bidder pays. The haunted house was drawn and I win it. The number of coins indicate how many guest points a player and owner gets if any guest lands on an attraction while it's open. Now I rolled a dice and I got a wild and a 5, so I chose the purple guest and moved it 5 spaces towards my ice cream stall. Unfortunately, it was not enough to reach that space. On my opponent's turn, he draws an event card and tells him to advance 1 month, pay a handyman fee, and then draw another card. He draws again and gets a double open auction. So say in the auction he gets a boat hire and a popcorn stall. He rolls a wild and a 2 and collects 2 for landing and 2 for ownership. But say he instead rolls a black and a 4. He moves the black guest to the haunted house and receives 2 points for landing them there, and I will receive 2 points for ownership. Starting off with the components, the pieces are huge, which adds an extra level of coolness. I even had trouble trying to film the entire board. Of course, the negative side of that, it takes a lot of room. The 3D stands are nice, but a pain to assemble. The component quality is also lacking. Thin cardboard and paper money are things that I don't care for. The art of the game takes the same name and design of rides and shops from the PC game. The pros of gameplay is that it's simple, so anyone can pick it up. It has a definite ending and different auctions to keep the game interesting. The cons of the game is that it's too simple for most gamers. It's a bit on the luck-based side and offers little interaction among players. In other thoughts, I think the game is way too simple, but I did enjoy it. The heart of the game are the auctions. This helped the game quite a bit since I'm a big fan of auctions. I think the blind auctions are the most fun when a player gets a good deal on really cool rides, or when a player overpays for something like a crappy food stall and we point and laugh. Though you can get behind when spending money on a single auction, the event deck will actually help those players a bit. Winning the game comes down to where the guest moves. It's always better to land on your space, an empty space, or space with a player that is behind than it is to share points with any other player. So the more rides you buy, the better chance a guest can land on your space. Unlike other mainstream games, I like how that the ending is governed by event deck so that when the last event's 1 month card comes up, 1. There is an uncertainty when the game will end, and 2. It forces the game to end. Purchasing the mechanics and handyman tokens are a must. On the long run, since you can only purchase these guys in the beginning of the game, the event deck will always play completely out, which means that you will pay all of these events when it happens. So I don't know why this is here in the game, but maybe it's only added for the theme. So, does RollerCoaster Tycoon the board game matches up to its PC brother? If you play the PC game, then you know that the answer is no. That's a quick summary on RollerCoaster Tycoon the PC game. You get to build the roller coaster and make money. In the board game, you don't do any of these, so the game is thematically off by a mile. They have the rights and the art from the game, but the board game relates little to the PC game at all. This is a segment that most reviewers don't do. I know many have their own reasons, but I think it's fun to show how much an old game like this can cost and its rarity. I'll even show you how well I did for the price I got it for. I got the game for $2 at my local thrift store in used condition. It's common since it's mass produced, and I can say that I have passed by many copies in yard sales and the like. I priced the value of the game around $5 to $8. Well, it's not a rare game, but $2 is a good price for it. So my final thoughts on the game is, it's okay for its simplicity and quickness. I know that for some people, auctions will drive them nuts, and auctions are a big deal in this game. If you do find this game for a very good price, give it a try. But don't get it if you think it has something to do with the PC game. This is the Cardboard Stacker, and thanks for watching.